The Stoics, during their long and thoughtful lives, mastered the art of human psychology and relationships, learning to observe and understand women in ways that are still relevant today. Their insights extend even to the way body shapes affect perceptions and interactions. In this video, we'll dive deep into fascinating facts about women with larger backsides, things most men never realize. Make sure to watch till the end, as these facts may shift your understanding of what body shape really means. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Not always related to fatness. When it comes to women with larger buttocks, there's a prevalent misconception that this physical feature must be directly tied to excess body fat. Many people mistakenly believe that a woman with a prominent backside must automatically be overweight or carrying extra pounds. However, this assumption is not always grounded in reality. There are plenty of slim women who naturally have a well-defined and noticeable backside, and for them, this trait is often celebrated as a physical blessing. In fact, in many cultures, women with larger buttocks are highly admired, and their body shape is seen as a symbol of beauty and fertility. On the flip side, some women who carry more weight may not have a similarly pronounced backside, further proving that body fat distribution varies significantly from person to person. This variability can be attributed to genetic factors, muscle structure, and even lifestyle habits, all of which play a role in shaping an individual's body. The common misconception that bigger equals fatter is overly simplistic and fails to consider the complex ways in which our bodies are formed. From a psychological perspective, a woman's body type can have a profound impact on how she perceives herself and how others interact with her. Women who have larger buttocks, even if they are slim, may be acutely aware of the attention that this particular part of their body draws. For some, this attention can be empowering, allowing them to feel confident and attractive. However, for others, it may be uncomfortable or even distressing. In a world where physical attributes are often heavily scrutinized, women with prominent buttocks might feel reduced to just one aspect of their body, leading to feelings of objectification or a lack of recognition for their other qualities and talents. The Stoics, who dedicated themselves to understanding human nature and relationships, taught a valuable lesson that remains relevant today: external appearances should never define a person's worth. In the context of relationships, it's critical to focus on what truly matters: qualities like character, compatibility, and mutual respect. However, we live in a society that frequently elevates certain physical traits, like a woman's large backside, as markers of desirability and attractiveness. This societal emphasis can create complex dynamics in how women see themselves and how they are treated by others. For instance, a slim woman with a prominent backside may feel pressure to maintain her figure, constantly aware of the societal expectations tied to her body shape. She might receive an overwhelming amount of attention, both positive and negative, based solely on this trait. Some may view her as more attractive or feminine, while others might make unwelcome comments or inappropriate assumptions about her based on outdated stereotypes. The pressure to meet these expectations can affect her self-esteem and influence how she navigates both her personal and social life. What's essential to recognize is that having a larger backside doesn't necessarily reflect a woman's overall health, fitness, or lifestyle choices. Rather, it is often a result of genetic factors that dictate how body fat is distributed across her frame. Just as some women carry weight in their stomach or thighs, others may naturally store fat in their buttocks. The key takeaway is that assumptions based purely on a woman's appearance, particularly in relation to her buttocks, can be highly misleading. It's important to remember that a woman's appearance, while often eye-catching, is only one small part of who she is. The Stoics would remind us that true beauty and value come from within, from a person's character, integrity, and how they live their life. To judge a woman solely based on her physical traits would be to ignore the deeper qualities that make her unique and valuable. In relationships, particularly romantic ones, the fixation on physical appearance can sometimes cloud our judgment. A man may be drawn to a woman's large backside, captivated by the cultural ideals of beauty and femininity that surround this feature. However, the Stoics would urge us to look beyond the physical and ask more meaningful questions. Does she share your values? Can you build a strong emotional connection with her? Are you compatible in ways that go beyond the superficial? Focusing solely on a woman's physical attributes can lead to shallow connections that lack the emotional depth and mutual respect necessary for a lasting relationship. Just as a woman's large backside may be admired from a physical standpoint, it's essential to approach relationships with a balanced perspective, one that appreciates her for more than just what's visible on the outside. In conclusion, while society may place a great deal of emphasis on physical traits like a woman's prominent backside, it's crucial to maintain a broader perspective. A woman's body shape, particularly when it comes to her buttocks, is not always related to fatness, nor does it define her as a person. Instead, it's just one aspect of her overall being, something that is shaped by genetics, personal experiences, and cultural influences. By recognizing this, we can move away from objectification and toward a more holistic understanding of beauty, one that appreciates both the physical and the emotional aspects of a person. Chapter 2: Sexual Preferences and Psychological Influence. Women with larger buttocks often find that their body shape not only influences their physical appearance, but also affects their experiences and preferences in intimate relationships. These preferences, particularly in terms of physical intimacy, can be influenced by how they perceive their own bodies and the confidence they feel in showcasing their curves. For example, many women with prominent buttocks may gravitate towards certain intimate positions that emphasize this feature, as it enhances their pleasure and confidence, allowing them to feel more empowered in the relationship. This preference is not just about physical satisfaction, it has deep psychological roots. A woman's body image plays a crucial role in how she engages with her partner. Those who feel proud and comfortable in their bodies tend to be more open and confident in their intimate lives, using their self-assuredness to foster a fulfilling connection. Confidence in one's body can make a significant difference in how a woman approaches intimacy, making her feel more connected and expressive. On the other hand, women who feel self-conscious about their bodies, particularly those who may feel exposed or vulnerable because of their curves, might shy away from certain activities or positions that place a spotlight on their physical form. This difference in comfort levels can shape the overall dynamic between partners, influencing both emotional and psychological connections. The Stoics, who deeply valued the harmony between emotions and values, would argue that while physical attraction and preferences are natural parts of a relationship, they should never overshadow the deeper aspects of human connection. For women with larger buttocks, their body image and how their partners respond to them can have a profound influence on the intimacy they experience. A woman who feels appreciated and respected for more than just her physical traits will naturally feel more fulfilled in her relationship, leading to a deeper emotional bond with her partner. In contrast, a woman who feels objectified or reduced to her physical appearance may struggle to form a meaningful connection, as the relationship becomes focused on superficial qualities. In many cases, society's emphasis on physical attributes, especially those related to sexuality, can skew the perception of what truly makes a relationship fulfilling. Large buttocks have long been associated with femininity and attractiveness in many cultures, and this societal fixation can sometimes cloud the deeper aspects of connection. Some men, influenced by these cultural messages, may be more drawn to women with larger buttocks, equating their physical presence with sexual prowess or desirability. However, the Stoics would caution against letting such external influences dictate the terms of a relationship. Physical attraction is important, but it should never overshadow emotional compatibility, mutual respect, and understanding. It's also important to recognize that while these preferences are natural and valid, they should never become the defining factor of a relationship. A woman's body is just one aspect of who she is, and focusing too much on physical preferences risks creating relationships that lack depth and emotional intimacy. Men who place too much emphasis on physical attributes, such as a woman's large buttocks, may find themselves in shallow connections that fail to provide long-term satisfaction. To avoid this, the Stoics would encourage focusing on the totality of a person, their character, intelligence, emotional strength, and how they align with your values, rather than being consumed by physical attraction. Ultimately, a healthy, fulfilling relationship is one that transcends mere physical attraction and delves into emotional depth, mutual understanding, and respect. While preferences in physical intimacy are a natural part of any relationship, they should complement, rather than dominate, the connection. In this way, a more balanced, meaningful relationship can flourish, built on emotional stability and genuine affection rather than just physical admiration. Chapter 3: Physical Appearance and Perception. There's a widespread perception that women with larger buttocks are inherently more attractive or better suited for certain intimate connections. This belief, however, is often shaped by superficial judgments and cultural stereotypes, rather than by any genuine connection to personality, capability, or emotional compatibility. While it's easy to be drawn to someone based on their physical appearance, it's essential to remember that such traits do not necessarily reflect a person's ability to build a deep and meaningful relationship. A woman with a prominent backside may naturally attract more attention, but this doesn't mean that her physical presence equates to a better emotional connection or compatibility in a long-term relationship. Physical attraction plays a role, but it is only one piece of the puzzle. Some women with smaller buttocks, for instance, may excel in qualities that often go unnoticed, such as emotional intelligence, communication skills, and the ability to foster a nurturing and supportive relationship. These traits are far more critical in sustaining a healthy and balanced partnership. One aspect that often escapes deeper analysis is how a woman's physical movements can influence how she is perceived. Women with larger buttocks often move with a distinctive gait, and this can be captivating for some. The sway in their walk or how they carry themselves can easily draw attention, making it easy to fixate on their physical attributes. This fixation, however, can obscure other essential qualities they possess, leading to an incomplete or skewed understanding of who they truly are. It's important to consider how this type of attention affects women on a psychological level. Some may feel empowered by the admiration they receive, while others might feel objectified or reduced to their physical form. This can create inner conflict, especially when they seek deeper, more meaningful connections beyond their appearance. Women with larger buttocks, like anyone else, want to be seen as complete individuals, not just as a collection of physical traits. The Stoics would have urged us to look beyond the surface. They believed that external appearances should never serve as the foundation for a relationship. A partnership built solely on physical attraction is bound to be shallow and short-lived. True connection comes from a balance where both the physical and non-physical attributes are valued equally. Those who focus too much on a woman's physical traits, like her large backside, risk losing sight of the qualities that truly matter in a relationship, such as trust, respect, and emotional connection. For men who become overly fixated on physical appearance, it's crucial to reassess their priorities. Physical attraction may provide an initial spark, but it is the deeper qualities of a person that sustain a relationship over time. The Stoics would remind us to cultivate relationships that bring peace, understanding, and mutual growth, rather than being solely captivated by outward appearances. After all, a truly fulfilling connection goes far beyond what can be seen. Chapter 4: Dancing, Movement, and the Power of Attraction. One of the most striking aspects of women with larger buttocks is how they move. Their natural rhythm, especially while walking or dancing, can captivate the attention of those around them. It's not just about their physical appearance, but also about the fluidity, grace, and confidence with which they carry themselves. Movement plays a significant role in how people perceive physical attractiveness, and for women with more prominent buttocks, this can be amplified, particularly in social settings where music and dancing take center stage. Their movements are often mesmerizing, drawing attention not only to their curves, but also to the confidence and energy they exude. In cultures where physical expression is celebrated, dancing often highlights this trait. For women with larger buttocks, their movements during dance can become a focal point. Every sway, step, or twist can seem more pronounced, commanding attention in a way that makes them stand out in a crowd. This can have a profound impact on their self-confidence as they become aware of the admiration their rhythm and grace attract. Whether in social gatherings, parties, or just walking down the street, their natural rhythm can spark interest and allure from onlookers. However, the attention that comes with this unique movement can be a double-edged sword. While some women thrive on the admiration they receive, for others, it can be overwhelming or uncomfortable. When too much focus is placed on how their body moves, it can sometimes lead to objectification or unwanted comments. Women in these situations may feel as though their identity is reduced to a physical feature, which can create emotional tension and even frustration. They may begin to question whether they are valued for their personality, intelligence, or kindness, or if they are only seen through the lens of their physicality. From a psychological standpoint, this attention can shape how a woman views herself. Some may embrace their power of attraction, using their body and movement to their advantage, enjoying the confidence it brings. Others might struggle with the feeling that they are being reduced to their physical traits, rather than appreciated for the entirety of who they are. This tension between enjoying the positive aspects of physical attention and resisting the pressure of constant objectification can weigh heavily on a woman's sense of identity and self-worth. The Stoics would offer wisdom in this situation. They taught that true inner peace comes from focusing on what is within one's control, one's actions, character, and response to external circumstances. For women who feel overwhelmed by the attention they receive, the Stoics would likely advise shifting focus away from external validation and toward cultivating personal strength and self-confidence. While it can be flattering to be admired for physical grace and beauty, these qualities are fleeting compared to the more enduring qualities of character, wisdom, and emotional strength. One particularly interesting aspect of this conversation is the distinction between natural and artificial movement. In a time when cosmetic enhancements have become more widespread, the difference between naturally curvy women and those who have undergone surgical procedures can be noticeable, especially in the way they move. Women with natural curves tend to have a fluidity and ease in their movements, a sense of rhythm and grace that is difficult to replicate through surgery. In contrast, those with artificial enhancements may experience a certain stiffness or rigidity in their movements, which can diminish the natural grace and fluidity that often comes with naturally curvy figures. This distinction is important not only in how women perceive themselves, but also in how they are perceived by others. Natural movement often exudes a sense of authenticity and confidence, whereas artificial enhancements can sometimes create a disconnection between how a woman moves and how she feels. For men and women alike, it's worth noting that genuine attraction is often tied not only to physical appearance, but also to the way someone carries themselves, their energy, and their self-assurance. Dancing and movement, while undeniably powerful tools of attraction, are just one part of a broader, more complex picture. Women with larger buttocks, whether they enjoy the attention or feel self-conscious about it, should always remember that their value extends far beyond their physical traits. The Stoics would remind us that true beauty lies not in how one looks while moving to the beat of music, but in the depth of one's character, strength of spirit, and wisdom gained through life's challenges. These are the qualities that endure long after the music fades and the spotlight dims. So, while the grace and rhythm of physical movement may draw initial attention, it's the deeper qualities, the ones unseen by the eye, that form the foundation of lasting connections and meaningful relationships. For women who embrace their natural movement and rhythm, the key is not only to enjoy the attention it brings, but also to cultivate the inner beauty that truly makes them shine. Chapter 5: Stiffness, Flexibility, and Body Proportions. Women with larger buttocks often experience variations in the stiffness or flexibility of their body, which can affect how they walk and move. Some women have a more firm, muscular backside that remains relatively stationary as they walk, while others have more flexibility, causing a natural sway or vibration that draws attention. This difference in movement can create different perceptions. One might seem more athletic, while the other might be seen as more sensual. However, these surface-level observations can often lead to assumptions that don't reflect the reality of the person beneath. Body proportions also come into play when discussing women with larger buttocks. One common observation is that women with more prominent backsides may not always have a lot of flesh in the vaginal area, which highlights a disparity in body proportions. This does not affect a woman's overall health or sexuality, but it does remind us of the complexities of body diversity. Each woman's body is unique, and assumptions based on one feature alone, such as the size of the buttocks, can be misleading. From a psychological perspective, a woman's body proportions can impact how she feels about herself and how she navigates relationships. Those with noticeable curves may feel pressure to conform to certain expectations or worry that they're being judged solely based on their appearance. This can affect their confidence, particularly if they feel they aren't being appreciated for their full range of qualities: emotional, intellectual, and physical. The Stoics would encourage us to look beyond these surface-level distinctions and focus on the core of what makes a relationship meaningful: emotional connection, shared values, and mutual respect. A woman's body proportions might catch your attention, but they are not what sustains a healthy and fulfilling relationship. Stoicism teaches us to value substance over style, depth over superficiality. In relationships, this means prioritizing the qualities that lead to long-term happiness and fulfillment. For women who feel self-conscious about their proportions, it's important to remember that true confidence comes from within. Just as flexibility and firmness differ from woman to woman, so too does the way they carry themselves emotionally. Those who embrace their unique shape, no matter how society views it, tend to exude a confidence that goes beyond the physical. Ultimately, while stiffness and flexibility in movement can impact how women with larger buttocks are perceived, these physical traits are just one small aspect of who they are. By focusing on character and self-awareness, both women and their partners can move beyond superficial judgments to form deeper, more meaningful connections. Chapter 6: The Impact of Artificial Enhancements. In recent years, cosmetic enhancements, particularly buttock augmentations, have surged in popularity. Women who choose these surgeries do so for a variety of reasons. Some may want to enhance their natural curves, while others might feel pressured by societal beauty standards that emphasize a specific body type. While these procedures are often seen as a way to boost confidence or achieve an idealized image, the rise of artificial enhancements has complicated the perception of body proportions and raised important questions about the psychological effects on self-esteem and overall body image. For women with naturally large buttocks, the prevalence of surgically enhanced bodies can lead to feelings of inadequacy or frustration. The media often glorifies exaggerated, surgically enhanced figures, sometimes overshadowing natural body types. Women with natural curves may feel that their bodies are being compared to enhanced versions, which are often unattainable without surgery. This can create an unrealistic standard of beauty, where even those with naturally curvier figures are made to feel that they don't measure up to the surgically enhanced perfection seen in celebrities, influencers, and models. Additionally, women who undergo these surgeries may experience psychological struggles, even if they initially feel more confident. While cosmetic procedures can provide a temporary boost in self-esteem, the long-term effects aren't always as positive. If the results don't meet their expectations, or if they find that their self-worth becomes increasingly tied to their appearance, This can lead to anxiety, dissatisfaction, or even regret. Over time, some may feel disconnected from their own bodies, struggling with the fact that their appearance was altered to meet societal or personal expectations rather than embracing their natural form. Stoic philosophy provides a valuable perspective on these issues. The Stoics believed that external changes, such as altering one's appearance, should not be relied upon for lasting happiness. Cosmetic surgery might change how someone looks on the outside, but it cannot fundamentally alter a person's character, emotional well-being, or the quality of their relationships. The Stoics would argue that true satisfaction and fulfillment come from within. Inner peace, self-acceptance, and emotional resilience are far more valuable than external validation or physical perfection. A woman, whether she has natural curves or surgically enhanced features, will find greater long-term happiness by focusing on her inner strength and how she connects with others on a deeper level, rather than placing all her worth on her physical appearance. For men in relationships with women who have undergone artificial enhancements, this presents a unique challenge. It's essential to approach these changes with sensitivity, understanding, and respect. Every woman's journey with her body is deeply personal, and for some, cosmetic surgery may be a way to reclaim control over how they feel about their appearance. Just as natural curves should be appreciated for their uniqueness, enhancements should be respected as a personal choice. However, it's crucial to recognize that physical attraction, whether based on natural or enhanced features, is just one aspect of a relationship. The Stoics would urge caution in placing too much emphasis on physical appearance in relationships, whether natural or surgically enhanced. True, lasting fulfillment in a relationship comes from emotional, intellectual, and spiritual connection. Building a strong partnership involves mutual respect, understanding, and shared values, all of which go far beyond physical attraction. A woman's body, natural or enhanced, should be admired, but it should not become the foundation of a relationship. Moreover, the rise of artificial enhancements can sometimes lead men to develop unrealistic expectations of women's bodies, influenced by media portrayals and social trends. These expectations can damage relationships, especially if they lead to superficial judgments or dissatisfaction with a partner's natural appearance. Men who appreciate and value their partners beyond physical attributes are more likely to build meaningful, fulfilling relationships. The Stoic approach would suggest that men learn to detach from societal pressures and focus on what truly matters in a relationship: emotional depth, compatibility, and mutual respect. Ultimately, the impact of artificial enhancements on both women and men is a reflection of the broader societal focus on appearance. While cosmetic surgery can provide temporary satisfaction, it's important for both men and women to remember that true fulfillment comes from within. The Stoics would remind us that a relationship grounded in shared values, emotional connection, and respect will always outlast one that is built on physical attraction alone. Whether a woman has natural curves or enhanced features, the key to happiness is in how she feels about herself and how well she and her partner connect on a deeper level. Physical attraction might ignite the spark, but it's the emotional and intellectual connection that will keep the flame burning. Chapter 7: The complex relationship between physical appearance and facial aesthetics. When discussing women with larger buttocks, there's often a stereotype that emerges surrounding the relationship between their body and facial aesthetics. Some people claim that women with very large buttocks are often less conventionally attractive in the face, while others argue that beauty is deeply subjective, and such observations are overly simplistic and reductionist. Although these opinions are not universally applicable, they underscore a significant conversation about how society tends to evaluate beauty based on a combination of physical traits. Women with larger buttocks may feel that they are either fetishized or dismissed because of the way society perceives them. For some, the physical prominence of their backside may overshadow other aspects of their appearance, personality, or intellect, leading to an imbalance in how they are viewed by others. This can be deeply frustrating for women who wish to be appreciated for more than just their physical features and who seek meaningful connections that go beyond surface-level attraction. The constant focus on their bodies can lead to a sense of being reduced to mere objects of desire, rather than being seen as complex individuals. From a psychological perspective, the way a woman perceives her body versus her face can significantly impact her confidence, self-esteem, and overall sense of self-worth. Women who feel that their body receives far more attention than their face or other attributes may develop insecurities, questioning whether they are being valued as a whole person. This internal conflict can create a lingering doubt: am I seen for who I really am, or just for how I look? On the other hand, some women may embrace the attention, taking pride in the uniqueness of their bodies and recognizing that their physicality is just one facet of their attractiveness. The Stoics, known for their focus on inner virtues, would encourage both women and men to look beyond physical traits when forming opinions or judgments about others. In Stoic philosophy, beauty is fleeting and external. It can neither define a person's true worth nor sustain lasting happiness. The Stoics believed that true value lies in one's character, intellect, and the ability to cultivate meaningful relationships. For men who are especially focused on physical appearance, the Stoics would remind them that while physical attraction can be important, it should never be the primary foundation of a relationship. A person's true beauty, according to the Stoics, is revealed in how they treat others, the values they uphold, and the actions they take to improve the world around them. In relationships, an overemphasis on physical traits can hinder the formation of deep emotional bonds. Men who fixate on a woman's body or face may miss out on the qualities that truly make a relationship fulfilling, qualities like empathy, understanding, shared values, and emotional connection. A focus on physical appearance alone can also lead to superficial relationships that fail to stand the test of time. Conversely, women who feel judged exclusively on their appearance may struggle to foster relationships built on trust, respect, and emotional depth, which are essential for long-term success and fulfillment in partnerships. Moreover, the social pressures surrounding appearance, particularly for women with more prominent physical traits, can create a skewed sense of self. When society emphasizes one aspect of beauty over another, women may feel confined to those definitions, leading to an internal struggle between embracing their uniqueness and desiring to be seen for more than just their physical traits. This societal tendency to prioritize physical beauty can overshadow a woman's intelligence, kindness, creativity, and other valuable qualities, reducing her worth to her appearance in the eyes of others. The Stoics would urge us to shift our focus to what truly matters. While physical beauty can be captivating and even alluring in the initial stages of attraction, it is the deeper emotional, intellectual, and spiritual connections that ultimately stand the test of time. If a man finds himself primarily drawn to a woman because of her body, it may be worth reflecting on whether the relationship has the substance to endure beyond the physical. The Stoics would argue that relationships built on a foundation of shared values, mutual respect, and emotional depth are far more likely to bring lasting happiness and fulfillment. True beauty, in the Stoic sense, radiates from within. It's found in the kindness we show to others, the strength of our character, and the wisdom we cultivate over time. Instead of focusing on fleeting physical traits, men and women alike should seek relationships that honor the soul, those that foster growth, mutual respect, and a deep connection that transcends mere appearance. In this episode, we've explored 7 fascinating facts about women with larger buttocks, diving deep into the psychology and societal perceptions that surround this prominent physical feature. From misconceptions about fatness to the impact of body proportions, movement, and even facial aesthetics, we've looked beyond the surface to uncover how these traits affect not only how women view themselves, but also how they're perceived by others. The Stoics, with their wisdom on human behavior and relationships, remind us to keep things in perspective. Physical traits, while often celebrated and admired, are fleeting and should never define a person's worth or the value of a relationship. Whether you're drawn to someone because of their appearance or other qualities, it's crucial to remember that true fulfillment comes from deeper connections, ones built on character, mutual respect, and shared values. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you encountered any of these dynamics in your own relationships? What are your thoughts on the influence of physical traits on attraction and connection? We'd love to hear your experiences and continue the conversation. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay grounded, stay focused, and remember, true beauty comes from within.